So I've actually been wandering through the woods here for a while, trying to find a good spot to film this video. Trying to find like the perfect tree with the perfect branch, like prop my phone up, because I didn't want to film in the same spot I always film. And I realized that there's no such thing as a good filming spot in the woods. There's no such thing as a perfect tree. So I'm just gonna hold it and be all shaky and just sit on this log here and make this video. But yeah, the why I'm making this video is that I realized just how much my life has changed ever since I started self-improvement. And I also realized that there was something very, very important in that journey, and that was the most cliche thing of all, and that was touching grass, right? Going out and touching grass. And that has absolutely and utterly, irreversibly transformed my life. And, I know it sounds silly, it's a little thing like go outside, but studies have shown that getting natural sunlight in your eyes early in the morning and also in the afternoon can really help your circadian rhythm and really help your sleep and also your mood and your dopamine levels and how much enjoyment you're getting out of life can all be drastically transformed simply by going outside and spending time in the great outdoors. Sorry, I just got distracted. There's a tick crawling on me. One downside of the great outdoors, huh? But yeah, spending time outdoors has unbelievably transformed my life, right? Before I started like this self-improvement journey, right, and I was just living, just by impulse, like, I feel like not doing anything today, so I'm not going to do anything today. I feel like sitting around playing video games all day, so I'm going to sit around and play video games all day. Before that, I really wasn't going outside much. Even though I live in this beautiful place, right, I love it here, I didn't spend much time in it. I spent most of my day inside, and if you looked at my daily life, you would never guess that I lived in, like, the country or like, the middle of nowhere. Jeez, there's ticks everywhere today. It's a really bad year for ticks where I live because it just got a ton of rain, and they're just everywhere. But yeah, keep getting distracted from this video by the evil parasites. But yeah, if you looked at my life, you would never guess that I lived in, basically the woods, right? You would never guess I lived here. And that was because I didn't really spend much time outside at all. I spent less time outside than someone who lived in a subdivision would. And, I would blame it on like, I don't have any friends that live near me. The only way I can socialize is on the Xbox. I need this for my social life, blah, blah, blah. And the more I thought about it, the more I realized that I was just coping. And, if I really wanted to live my best life, I needed to spend time in the outdoors, in the wild, in the world, really, that God created. Because this is literally how man was supposed to live, right? If you think about human history, most of our existence before like 10,000 years, because humanity has been around for about 200,000 years, and civilization, like living indoors and spending a lot of time inside, has only been around for about 10,000 years. And not even, right? Like spending time indoors, like spending most of your day inside, is a very, very new concept. It's only been around for the past few hundred years. But for most of the unbelievable vast majority of human existence, we have been living literally just like in the woods, right? In the wild, living in caves and little rock shelters or wherever we were living. Living off the land, living in the creation of God, like literally the Garden of Eden, right? And the more I thought about that, the more I realized that I was not living a natural life, right? Our minds and our bodies have barely changed at all since the dawn of civilization, right? We've gotten a little taller, our jaw structure has changed a little bit, but that's about it. And it started to hit me that if I really wanted to be happy and like live my best life, that I need to live like a human is supposed to live, right? Because me spending all that time indoors, not getting really any sunlight in my eyes, not not seeing nature, not spending time like literally just like looking around, like looking at trees and stuff, seeing new scenery, I would have, you know, occasional bouts of like mini depression. You know, I would have moments in my day where I would literally not feel like doing anything, not even eating, right? That's why I was very, very skinny. And I would have days where I would really barely move. I would stay in bed most of the day watching YouTube videos, playing video games, just doing nothing productive, right? And I realized that's not how I'm supposed to live. That's not what I'm supposed to do, right? So I started exercising. I started spending time outdoors. My big thing for spending time in nature was going for runs in the morning. That was really amazing. Now after track season's over, I'm pretty sick of running, so I've been walking and doing stuff like that. But yeah, just being out in the wilderness has so much incredible effects on your mood, your mental health, right? Because I don't know, you just kind of have to know it. You just have to see it for yourself. Like, if you've been spending a lot of time indoors lately, maybe just go outside, go to a park. You know, maybe just take a little hike, maybe just walk around in the woods, see some trees, see some plants, and really think about, you know, what you've been doing in your daily life, how you can change your habits and your mindset and your mentality to better suit you for this, to better what am I trying to say? To better live a more natural life, you know, to have a healthier life. Ever since I stopped editing my videos, I've been having to keep all of these weird bloopers in the video. Geez, another one. Good Lord. They're everywhere. It's insane. It's like an apocalypse. And just so many ticks. Yeah, that's why I keep getting distracted. Is I'm like sitting here, like I'm sitting down, like in the woods, and I keep feeling little things like crawl up my leg, and I'm like brushing them off while I'm recording. It's really annoying. That maybe I shouldn't have said that. That might turn some people away from the woods. But yeah, like this is literally my favorite place on earth. Like this is the greatest thing ever. It's just like in nature, trees everywhere. There's so much green, which is my favorite color. Like there's so much life, and birds are chirping, squirrels are running. I've seen a couple squirrels run around. Just cat is going crazy. But yeah, I was missing out on this, and so many people are missing out, just not spending any time outdoors. And if you really, really want to transform your life, if you really, really want to become the best possible version of yourself, spending time in nature has to be a part of that, right? Maybe it's just working at your team, like, hey, go for a walk outside, right? Maybe it's like whatever you have to do, right? Putting your routine, setting a block of time, like when you get home from work or school or whatever, like setting that specific time of day to when you're going to go outside and spend time in nature, right? Because humans, we're meant to explore, we're meant to see new things and discover, and a lot of us aren't doing any of that. So that's all I got for today. May God bless you, and stay wild.